So I finally watched the very first Sonic movie, and I had a lot of fun with it. I had a lot of fun when it came to, everything that went on with that movie, because, this is something that I've been wanting to watch forever. And it was also one of the videos I was planning to do on the channel when it came to like my overall journey with the Sonic movies and everything. And, a couple things I might want to see in the future, whenever I get to that point when it comes to the end of my journey. So I'm basically just going to give you guys my thoughts when it comes to everything surrounding the first film. So if you guys have any thoughts of your own when it comes to the very first movie, be sure to let me know in the comments, and of course, we could talk about it. So I finally sat down and watched the very first Sonic movie for the first time. And this is something I've been wanting to check out for a long time now, and I remember when this movie was first being promoted, like way back when we got that very first trailer. It felt like one of those movies I knew I was eventually going to get to, and I just never actually sat down and watched it until now. And I still remember how crazy that first trailer was, especially when it came to how Sonic actually looked. Like, that design just didn't look right at all. And I think pretty much everyone else felt the exact same way about it. It just felt off, and it didn't really match what people expected Sonic to look like, especially for something like a live action movie. So seeing how everything played out after that, where the community spoke up and they actually went back and redesigned Sonic, that's something I still think is really cool. Because honestly, I can't even imagine what this movie would have looked like if they just stuck with that original design. It probably would have made the whole experience way worse. But now with the design that we actually got in the final version of the movie, it just fits, like it just feels right. It looks like Sonic, and it just works so much better. That alone already made it easier for me to get into the movie when I finally sat down and watched it. So getting into the movie itself, I actually had a really fun time watching it, and that's something I want to make clear right away, because I'm not even coming into this as like this, super huge Sonic fan or anything like that. Like, I like Sonic, I think it's a great series, but I'm not someone who's been following every single thing about it. But at the same time, I still care about the series, and I still wanted to see what this movie was about. And honestly, it ended up being one of those movies where you can just sit back and just enjoy what's going on without overthinking about it too much. And it's just a fun experience from beginning to end. There really wasn't a point where I felt bored or like I wanted to stop watching. It just kept me engaged the whole time, and that's something I always appreciate with movies like this. It just knew what it wanted to be, and it stuck to that. And overall, that's probably one of the biggest things I took away from it. It's just a fun movie. Like, it's not trying to be anything crazy, not trying to do too much. It just gives you a good time, and honestly, that's more than enough. One of the biggest things that stood out to me right away was Sonic himself. I really liked how they handled his personality, because he's just very charismatic throughout the whole movie. He's funny, he's energetic, and there were a lot of moments where he actually had me laughing just off the stuff he was saying or doing. And that's something that really helped me connect with him as a character, because it made me actually care about what was going on with him. Every time he was on screen, it felt like something was happening, and I was always paying attention to what he was doing next. But at the same time, it's not just about him being funny. I also really liked the more emotional side of his story, especially when it comes to him feeling alone. There are moments where you could tell he just wanted to be treated like everyone else. He just wanted to have real connections, and he didn't want to feel like he had to stay hidden the whole time. And seeing that progression throughout the movie, where he goes from being by himself, just watching from a distance, to actually finding someone he can trust and connect with, that's something I really liked. That whole idea of him finding acceptance and basically finding a place where he belongs, that's something that really stuck with me. Another thing I gotta talk about is Jim Carrey as Dr. Robotnik, because he was honestly one of my favorite parts of the movie. He was just hilarious the whole time. You could tell he was having a lot of fun with that role. Like, his energy fits the character so well. Every scene he's in, he brings something to it, whether it's the way he's talking, the way he's moving, or just the way he reacts to everything going on around him. It all just comes together really well. And what makes it even better is how he plays off Sonic. Since Sonic already has that same kind of energy and personality, seeing the two of them go back and forth just made everything more entertaining. It felt like they were constantly bouncing off each other in a way that kept things interesting. And overall, when you look at the movie as a whole, I just like spending time with these characters, whether it was Sonic, Eggman, or just the world itself. It all came together in a way that made the experience enjoyable. And then getting to the end of the movie, I gotta talk about the post-credit scene because, you know, seeing Tails show up was actually really cool. That was one of those moments where even if you're not the biggest Sonic fan, you still recognize how important that is. It just felt like a really nice way to set up for what's coming next. And it made me interested in checking out the second movie because now it's like, okay, we're actually bringing in more of the Sonic world and expanding on things a bit more. And that's something I'm definitely looking forward to because if the second movie builds on what this one did, then I already know I'm probably going to enjoy that one too, especially with Tails being involved. That just adds more to it. So yeah, overall, I really did enjoy my time with this movie. It was fun, it had characters I liked, and it gave me a reason to keep going with the series. And now I'm definitely going to be checking out the second movie and seeing where things go from here. So yeah, I had a lot of fun watching this movie. Like, it was a lot of fun, you know, just watching it with my friends and just watching the movie together, just seeing the reactions to my reaction, watching it for the very first time. It was a very fun experience. I had a lot of fun the other day just by watching this movie. Like, it was just a great time. I mean, that's honestly all I can say. I just had a great time watching this movie, and I can't wait to see what they do in the second one. And, you know, I'll probably end up making a video giving my thoughts on that one. Because like I said, I want to share my journey with you guys when it comes to my adventure with these Sonic movies. So yeah, I really didn't like the first one. But that's all I have to say for this video, so I'm very curious to hear your thoughts on how you guys felt about the first movie. Let me know in the comments. I'm very curious to hear how you guys felt about it. If you guys enjoyed this video, as always, be sure to like and subscribe. I'd really appreciate it. If you guys want to follow my social media, be sure to check out my X, Instagram, TikTok, and Facebook. All the links are located in the description below, so be sure to follow me on there. Also, if you guys want to check out my Discord server, be sure to click on the link that's pinned in the comments so we could all talk and have fun and, you know, just grow as a community. Be sure to click on that bell for notifications so you guys are notified whenever I'm dropping a video on the channel. I hope all you guys are having a fantastic day, wherever the day may be, if it's the daytime, the nighttime, or the evening. And I'll see you guys in the next video. As always, it's out.